hair on my screen. Hello, everybody. What's up? This song's awesome. It's Dune. New floor on you. Wait. Oh my god, Dedos is real. Wow. Hello, Dedos. There, I tagged. Hi, everybody. How are you guys today on this fine Saturday? I don't know. Time is not even a relevant concept at this point. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but every day just kind of like flies by, honestly. When you basically just remain in the same spot for basically days on end. Stuff just kind of flies by, you know what I mean? There's no way it's Friday, right? Okay. Okay. Alright. Hey, body. What's up, dude? Okay. So... Okay. So I did a pretty good practice run. I did like a 20 attempt practice run. I made it a little bit easier because I played Artificial Ascent, realized how easy Artificial Ascent was. So I had to make it a little bit easier because I didn't want it to be that much harder. Turns out I'm good at Artificial Ascent, it would seem. So maybe I'll do that later. But I made a couple things easier, mostly ship parts. Oh, hey, Chief Flory. What's up, dude? So what do we want to listen to today? What's up? What do we want to listen to today? No, never Digital Descent. It will never be Digital Descent what I play. Yeah, it's already been a frickin' week since the 24-hour stream. Oh yeah, I guess we haven't done Deltarune yet. We can do that. I just did Undertale, so I'm not going to do Undertale directly after. We haven't listened to Deltarune technically in a bit. We can do that. Freaking love Deltarune. Okay. Did I change my... Okay. Sorry, I was just checking my mic. Alright, let's go in. Oh, good. What is that? What the hell was that? That was awesome. Oh, yeah, we can go back down here. Playing GD. Yeah, look at this practice run, guys. Wow, you know. Huge wow moment right here. Am I lagging? Or is it just the thing lagging? Because sometimes my transition decides it doesn't need to work. Okay. Nope, no sound. So yeah, I made some stuff easier. Not a whole lot, but like a lot of the ship parts I thought were a little bit too difficult for what I wanted the level to be. You know what I mean? Oh, that was fun. Inconvenient lag spike. I nerfed this ball timing because it was dumb. Simply put, I don't need it. We don't need it. I made some spikes in here. Like, see, I made those spikes smaller. Just so that it's easier for you to... Well, theoretically easier to get through that way. Those are pretty much all the changes I made in the first half, really. I mean, the rest of the level's fine. You know? Zobros is still, unfortunately, Zobros, which sucks. Why did Zobros make this gameplay? I don't know. But it's like part of Artificial Ascent, so what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Oh, good. You want to do this timing, please? I think I technically moved some saws. I moved these two saws But otherwise, this part is mostly not even that bad. It's kind of like just a pattern thing. It looks a lot harder than it is, I think. I made this thing, so... Not that thing. I made this thing move down a bit less, so... You have a better chance of getting in there. I mostly just keep dying to stuff I made easier, but yeah. I did make it easier. Oh, good. That is called I need to wait to jump off the slope. Occasionally you can't tell whether or not you need to wait or not. Which kind of sucks, but it's awesome with slopes. What are you going to do? I didn't really screw with Nazgub. Nazgub gets really consistent. As you can tell by my lack of dying there. Same with Abstract. Actually, I changed the end of Abstract. Had a lot of invisible spikes that I thought were a little bit too difficult for what I wanted the part to be. So I made a lot of spikes smaller. I still hit that frickin' saw. Yeah, that... Those are sometimes not our friend. For sure. Good. Yeah. Oh, good. Halloween 2018 is around when it was released. Yeah, I think it was released. Because I remember going nuts with frickin' Golden. We were having, he literally, we like did a whole plan thing where we like, he went to bed at the dumbest time so he could wake up at like a really early time, like 6 a.m. or something. Not even, and probably even earlier if it was at that point. Like 4 or something. But anyway, he woke up before so that he could play with me when we got home. And it was sick. And the part where Sand showed up, we frickin' had like a conniption. I was like, dude, you'll never believe what I found. And he didn't until he saw it for himself. Why can I not do this right now? It must be the turning on the stream effect. You know. Dude, stop. I changed it to the correct name, by the way. Instead of True Leeb, so I just changed it to Leeb. There. I also love Sans. What a guy. Everyone definitely loves him for the wrong reason, though. He's a freaking beast. Literal legend is Sans. Let's do Nazgub to 100 again. Hopefully it shouldn't take as long as last time. Depends on if certain parts want to work for me. Oh, good. Thank you for the $5, dude. Congratulations on winning the scratch-off. I guess then technically I won the scratch-off. If you think about it. That's pretty lucky. For me, I don't do stuff like that ever. I don't need to set a checkpoint. I'm not gonna die. It's this part. It's free. I hope. Please don't eat my words. Okay, cool. Freaking love Terran's part. Guys, I want to scratch off. Do you know I still have yet to see the Joker? Did you know that? I'm freaking the dumbest person of all time, probably, or something. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I was. Yeah, Sans is my favorite character. I freaking love Sans. Not for the reason I'm assuming a lot of you guys like Sans. I just think he's extremely complex and extremely interesting to analyze. At least I had a good time with it. Don't know about the rest of y'all. Especially as his relationships to other characters emerged. Then it became even more interesting to me. I don't know, that's just from my perspective. But, yeah. Wow. I've heard Parasite's good too. Never actually watched it. I need to. There's a lot of things I just need to watch. It's just like watching stuff is hard nowadays. There's like a billion other things I'd rather do than watch stuff. So for anime, I'll do that, but like whole movies, like anime is like in like short little episodes and it works, and then Movies are like a whole thing, and I don't like watching a movie a bit and then going back to it later. I don't like doing that. Is Asgore terrible? Like, character-wise? No. None of the main characters are weak, in my opinion, in Undertale. Literally none of them. I think that's what Toby Fox cared about the most, actually, at the end of the day. Characters. I mean, it shows, if nothing else. Hey, Luigi. What's up, dude? Lancer's funny as hell, dude. There's very rare instances that Lancer would enter the screen and not make me laugh before exiting the screen. He was very good at making me laugh. Lancer's hilarious. This is kind of crazy that the humor is still relevant today in Undertale. Like, it's that kind of humor where it's still funny. I guarantee, never played Undertale before, you'll still find funny stuff in the dialogue. Thanks for the 10 Australian dollars. Oh my god. Thank you, Matt Mythical Insanity. I appreciate it. It's just funny stuff, you know? Dude, oh my god. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Are you a practice mode guy or a start position guy? Well, I'm a practice mode guy, but technically a start position guy. Why did I freaking Terran, dude? That's freaking stupid. Terran's part is really, it's just technical, it's not hard. Oh, nice lag spike. That was a fun part for lag spike to be. This level is cool. I'm really happy with the difficulty now. It's very well-rounded. I think people are gonna like it. I really do. I wonder if Juniper's streaming. I bet she is. It's a very simple and easy way to see if Juniper's streaming. I wish we all didn't stream at the same time, you know what I mean? Not that, like, I would, like, want someone to change their time or anything like that. It's just, like, all the big streamers of GD, like, stream at around the same time. Like, we're, like, almost all EST, or stream like we are in EST. You know what I mean? So it's either you watch 5 streams at the same time, and then there's no streams for the rest of the day. Actually, that's it. That's the only thing you can do. No other options. Because that's literally what happens. Like, literally everyone just streams at the same time. Bro, don't die at the wave. Yay. Yay. but then once it's done, Done. No more streams. Thank you guys. Thank you. I know, masterful. I'm not gonna change the freaking title for something like 1% difference. I feel good about it today. I feel like I'm playing well. I might just stream for a while and see if I can get the second half. That'd be nice. Ooh, what was that? My menu loop is Docs. I just freaking died. Oh. That's dumb. Hold on, I'm gonna bug fix real quickly. Because I'm not really a big fan of whatever that was, and it'd be dumb not to fix, obviously. Right? This spike right here killed me. I can just freaking, what? I could probably just move it over, honestly. By a bit. Because I don't want to put something here to make you, like, stay in the same thing longer, because that'd be kind of weird. So I might just be fine moving this thing over by one, honestly. It's not like it holds much bearing. Like, there's not that much decoration right here specifically. I can probably just move it over. If I can get all this. I don't want all of that. Well, I guess I do want... What layers are these on? Oh, they're on layer 0. Are they? What layer are they freaking dumbasses on? Help? Oh. That's right, they're one of those. Okay, so I could probably just, like, do this. And then copy this over. Stop! Oh my god. Me when I'm a dumbass. Thanks for the $10. I don't add people, like, unless I have a lot of mutuals, but, like, you can always talk to me in Discord. I'm always on, basically. But then this thing looks weird. That might be fine, honestly. I think that's good enough for me. Because I don't want to... Yeah. Well, but then these guys are off center. But I could probably just move... Thanks for the frickin' $5, dude. I could probably just move, like... Hold on. Something like this, where I move them like this. And then they're still on... the same thing. I think that should be fine. I don't really see much of a problem with this, right? You guys good with that? Yeah, interesting donations today, for sure. Thanks for the $2. But I can't guarantee I'm going to respond to what you say. Like, if you start giving me absolute bull, I'm not going to respond to you. Please don't crash. Okay. Every time I press save and play, I'm just praying that it doesn't crash. Every time. Because it very well might. Stop. Literally just stick green doors. I just don't want to die to that spike, because you're not supposed to. It's a transition thing. I thought I was dead. Kind of did that really early, but whatever. I guess it didn't actually matter in the end. What the hell? Alright, I have to hit that late anyway. This level's really cool. Big fan of it, actually. Alright, I was gonna update my FAQ to talk about my white shirt thing. I didn't end up doing that. Because I'm a lazy, forgetful blob. You get me? GS Craig. Who is he? No one will ever know. That time I just didn't jump off the slope correctly. Because slope. You have to... I mean, in most cases you can hold, but that's not what I should be doing. I should always be waiting, because that's consistent. If I just wait... that's how you're supposed to do it. But technically you can get away with holding on the slope earlier. It's $50. I'll read your message in a second. I'm playing Nazgub's part, so I can't really. Ugh! You know what I mean? Yeah, I like nerfing that. I don't want that straight fly to be that hard. Really no reason for it to be. And I do want speed to be the hardest part in the second half by not too much, but like a decent bit because it wasn't the original. What does that even mean? Yeah, you're right. I nerfed the transition so that it worked. Dude, please sue me. You know what I mean? Frickin' sue me, dude. Honestly, I'm probably just like the worst kind of person if you really think about it. I'm just the worst, honestly. I'm just the worst. People like me are real. It's kind of crazy. I had eggs today, in case anyone cares. Not that anyone does. Not that anyone cares, but I had eggs today. You guys care? Please care. I had eggs today. It was kind of nuts. It was crazy. I had eggs. I gotta conserve my milk usage. For I cannot go to the store for a while. I am locked inside the house. Thank you for caring, chat. It means a lot to me right now. That you care that I had eggs. Really appreciate it, guys. Homies. God, I love eggs. Yeah, dude. Gotta salt and pepper them and everything. Gotta have them with that toast that you butter haphazardly without any real plan. Butter and toast, I always feel like I could be doing better. Like, yeah, I do it, but, like, I feel like literally anyone else could have done it better than the job that I did on the toast. That's usually my stance on the buttering of the toast. Guys, I'll collectively tell Juniper that I said hi. Can you do that for me? I love inter-stream communication. It's the dumbest thing ever, but it's hilarious. It literally is. I'm telling you. Can I put my start position at literally a better place than whatever the hell this is? Also, I've said this maybe 20 to 30 times every single time the song comes up. This sounds like a Pokemon Center theme. Okay. I'm sorry, it does. And I will stand by that. And no, I don't feel sorry because Juniper tried to ruin my chat once, so that's right. That's right. I watched it happen. Her plan. Her goal. You know. Plus, I'm just saying hi, nothing that malicious. Oh, yeah. The payback. Guys, look, we communicated through the stream. See? Isn't that wonderful? Inter-stream communication. See? Except, normally inter-stream communication does not involve 100 people back and forth saying the same message. However, it has been done. I really don't feel like I should be dying at this port. Like, right there. Like, I don't know why I've been dying there today. Really kind of feels like a detail that should not be included in today. You know. Ugh. Yeah, this is possibly the least effective way to communicate with someone ever, actually. Well, either that or it's the most effective, because literally, there's no chance you don't catch the other person's message. Literally a 0% chance, unless you never look at your own chat. If you think about it like that. That was a nice lag spike. The song kind of grew on me as time progressed, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was weird, but I guess it worked. I feel really comfortable with this level right now. I think I'm gonna make some progress today. My theory. What the? Did I hit the spike? Did I really hit the frickin' spike in the middle? I literally so did. I literally hit the... No. I don't know what I recognize that from guitar, but I recognize that from something. That was definitely something that was spammed once. I remember, that has to be something that was, yep, there it is. Cool. Okay. Cool, payback, yeah, Alright, well then, I guess. Alright, okay, fine. Yeah, Guitar saying it was a freaking precursor to the event of this, for sure. Guitar, I should have seen the warning. This is my fault. To be fair. I accept full responsibility for this being my fault, yes. I understand that. I am fully aware that I am entirely 100% responsible for this action. Yep, thanks for the €2. I know where the hell you are from. I know exactly where you are from. Hello. Alright, guys. Fine. First of all, time to answer the question. Since obviously it's a rather popular question in my chat these days. My favorite salad dressing has to be honey French. On that note, dude, I just answered it. I literally just answered you guys. Oh my god. Frickin' Juniper. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like we have to retaliate. Like, I feel attacked. I feel like we have to retaliate as a unit. In my head. Hey, Spencer.
Hey, Ethan. What's your favorite salad dressing?
Oh my god. You need a hobby or something.
I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know. On account of the chat, I wanted to know.
You need a freaking hobby or something. You need to stop. You need to knock it off. You need to shut up. You go.
Sorry. It had to be asked, man. Someday, one day or
what do you mean I'm wrong?
What is your favorite salad dressing, man?
How can I possibly be wrong, Guitar? It's an opinion. You're wrong for saying I'm wrong, man. Okay. What the hell is it then? What's the correct answer, Juniper? Huh? What's the correct answer? What do you think the best salad dressing is? You're probably gonna say something dumb. Ranch. I just put ranch in my salad. Juniper. It's probably you. That's probably you right now. That's probably what you're up to. That's right. Was that right? Wow. Well, I don't regret my mockery. No, I'm spot on. That's right. Freaking. I win. Thanks for the €5. Yeah, well, I already retaliated. Dude, tell her I said ranch is stupid. Ranch is the dumbest, most basic salad dressing that could possibly exist. And also, come on, what the hell? That's what I have to say. Ranch. Wow. Apparently we're in 4th grade. You know that? 4th grade ranch. Dude, I was ranch in my salad. Next, you're gonna tell me you like croutons. OST's undertow. Croutons suck. Freaking croutons are only, and I repeat, only good if they're actually like special, like handmade croutons. Otherwise, they suck balls. They taste all like weird and chewy and stuff. They suck. Croutons would be good in theory if people did them correctly, okay? And they don't. So whatever, chat. Whatever. You know what? Whatever. I don't need to justify myself to any of y'all. I have no freaking reason to. At least I know honey French is the best one, not freaking ranch. I don't care. You freaking, I cannot believe it. What the hell's honey ranch? I said honey French, not honey ranch. Honey ranch? What in the world? You kidding me? Honey ranch. You really think I want anything to do with something called honey ranch? No. Of course not. Why in the world would I want that? I'm just gonna play from zero. Well, the chat does this. Yeah, I know Juniper said hi. That was about 3 messages back. Now we're on salad dressing, it would seem. Not objectively. Thanks for the $2, but not objectively. Come on. I mean, it's better than ranch. If you... I'll agree that it's better than ranch. How about that? That's a compromise I'm willing to make. Freaking ranch. I am in love with honey French. Honey French rocks, dude. Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. You know... you have to accept that I have good taste, and your taste is bland and generic. That's what you have to accept today. No other option. You eat sushi? I bet shrimp tempura is your favorite type of sushi or something lame. Yeah, my favorite type of sushi is raw tuna. That's probably you. This song is overrated. I said it. By the way, the best kind of sushi is eel, objectively. Don't freaking argue with me on that. It's so true. And in my opinion, sushi, if it's cooked, is not actually sushi. It's pseudo sushi, and no one wants that. Eel is awesome, dude. Salmon is... No, it's not, dude. What the hell? Then eel? Are you kidding me? Dude, I got a lag spike and I thought it was just me dying, but it actually had nothing to do with me dying, so I was actually surprised I made it like a click past that. Guys, we're almost done with Alternate somehow. That sucks, because I don't really have a plan for what to do next. Is my screen tearing? No. The screen is hunky and dory. It's all good, man. I think we're gonna be fine with that slow mode because I think it's gonna calm down now after that exchange. At the very least, I do not plan with interacting with Juniper again on this stream. I saw what happened. I figured out what happened. I ran the experiment. Experiment over. Yeah. Quite the experiment that was, for sure. Quite the experiment that was. Nah, chat's more important than this level, dude. Chat's more important than everything that I'm streaming. To be fair. I just want to get, like, to the second half today. That's what I want to do. I think I can, too. I think it's possible. Assuming I don't do that. I just need to start cleaning up my my beginnings. Cause I'm starting to get really consistent with other stuff, as you can probably tell. But it literally is just it doesn't even take that much. I already stated I'm not going to turn on slow mode at this time. I already had it on to 5 seconds. I guess not that for some reason. Well, to be fair, every single one of my stream settings decided to reset the other day, so... Like, literally everything, and it's really fun. You know? Dude, I'm so stupid. Why am I dying at dumb places today? Like, I actually am. If I just started passing stuff, that'd be really nice. Damn, Spam speaks his mind, dude. Let's go. No keyboard, K70, bro. It's a really cool keyboard, man. Dude, I literally can't stop dying there. It's like my new favorite hobby is dying in that corridor for some reason. Wow, I probably got close to every spike in that wave. Oh my god. Yeah, don't make ults to bypass timeout. That's banned when you do that. I mean, goodbye, but yeah, I think I said everything correctly in that sentence. you. No, why? I can't get anywhere, dude. I literally just keep dying at the dumbest stuff. Cinnamon Toast Crunch sucks? What the hell? Why? Who hurt you, dude? Come on, man. That's not even true and you know it. Dude, I suck. I freaking suck, dude. I literally can't do a simple part, actually. I'm literally like inching my way forward today. Yeah, that was me verifying Damos just then. What the hell, dude? Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so good. You're just dumb. You're just a dumbass. You're just stupid. You're just a dumbass who doesn't like stuff. I don't even know how you hate Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, it's actually freaking the freaking bomb.com, dude. It's freaking sick. Nice. Oh my god. Yeah, this is harder than Kino's. This is harder than Kino's, guys. You can tell that this is harder than Kino's. If you look really closely, it's actually harder than Kino's. If you look really, like, actually really close, it's actually super. It's like top one. Harder than Tartarus, you know what I mean? Harder than Silent Club Step. Harder than Silent Circles. Harder than you know what I mean? The hardest level ever. Look, so hard, too hard. 5 me. You know what I mean? You get what I'm trying to say here, chat? That was almost a world-ending lag spike. Dude, I literally can't do it for some reason. I can't do the easy stuff right now. It's like I have like a mental block going on or something. It's just like killing me a bunch. Honestly. Mental block land is kind of where I live right now. Nice. I've eaten so much Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Maybe that's why I suck at every game I play, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I just eat so much of it that my brain just is too full of sugar to do anything else. Well, they didn't have any today, so maybe I'll just beat... I'll beat every Geometry Dash level. Stop hitting the top thing, dude. Stop hitting the single thing at the top. You look like a dumbass when you do that, by the way. Help, I don't know what happens next. Okay, well, apparently I die because I'm literally the stupidest person alive, so I can't actually. Dude, help me! I can't frickin' think and do things correctly. Okay, what do we want to listen to now that Deltarune's done? No, I haven't. I still have yet to play Hollow Knight. I really want to, though. Nope, no Keynote's music. Japanese Nightcore. Yeah, I'm not playing OSU right now, dude. Sorry. Let's see. This Bleach. Actually, I can't even play OSU. It's freaking broken. My OSU's freaking broken or something. It's kind of stupid. Whew. How is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Wow, I just made a decision all by myself. Shuffle, of course, because I'm not freaking stupid. Yeah, I should just make an EVW video of the freaking OST EVW's videos. That'd be pretty damn funny, dude. The more I think about it, actually, the funnier that sounds. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Please don't die at the free wave. Thank you. Yeah, I mean. I think this is gonna be around 40 or something. It's supposed to be a little bit harder than artificial, but like not by much. You wanna not stick balls as Zobros, please? Dude, I freaking hate myself. Yo, wait, hold on. Hold on, give me a second. I have to do this. I've put so much thought into it in my head. I have to do this, dude. Okay, here we go. Here you go, guys. It's beginning. Do you know what day it is today? What day is it? It is National Wave Day. It is? I hereby declare March 27th International Wave Day. What day is today? This is going to be something that's celebrated all over the world. International Wave Day. On March 27th, you need to sit down in front of a computer or tablet or whatever you play on, and you need to play yourself a wave level. I think I already missed that. Wave level I'm going to be doing today is a wave level called Wave Demon Mix by Leox. Oh, let's go, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I saw this on Molpan's channel. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the description. Dude, he just shouted out Molpan. Do you guys hear that? And I wanted to play this. This is basically like kind of Zobros. I can't take this seriously. A long time ago, except it's like only the wave parts of levels. And there's a lot of really cool levels in here. I mean, I can go through them all, but there's wave parts from like Supersonic. It's quiet. Yeah, okay, I'll turn them up. Cataclysm, Death Moon, Chaos Airflow. International Wave Day. What day is it today? It's really fun. I really enjoy it. No, I missed it. That are a little weird, but overall, I think the level. I turned up the music for you guys. Fun, nostalgic experience. Most of the wave parts are from older levels. It's really cool. I'm not turning it up to max, dude. I need to be able to hear. International Wave Day. We are doing Wave Demon mixed by Leox 360. Is it still too quiet? Now, I'm most likely gonna die at parts near the beginning. It starts with what? Acropolis. If it's still too quiet, I can do a move. And Acropolis, the wave, it's one of the hardest ones on this. I'm listening to music, Steven. Parts are really easy. Some of them. Yeah, because they're all made a billion years ago, dude. Really hard. The Supersonic one, I'm gonna die to a lot. Watch this. Boom. Ah, or not. Wow, nailed it. Nailed it. Good job, EVW. I'm proud of you. I had a hard time with this, and then 9 circles.
Maybe I'm just gonna one attempt it. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
That is clearly a jinx, and I'm not gonna one attempt it. The 9 circles part is one of the parts that lasts the longest. A lot of the other parts aren't nearly as long as this.
I turned it
Ooh,
up,
I almost
dude.
died there. Let's go. And now it's Mechanical Showdown. Mechanical Showdown is.
Dude, who EVW
chill.
doesn't get mad at me or something like comment.
Or I'm still gonna die. Oh,
You might. I don't know.
I knew it. Never mind.
What happened to EVW, guys?
I
is this good?
God damn knew it. Phobos killed me all the time in practice, transitioning into
No,
it,
Phobos!
So like the part after you change into a mini wave and you gotta go between these 2 spikes and then go down like as a mini wave, this kind of tightish corridor.
I know what he's talking about. I hate
Phobos,
that
bro!
word.
I'm gonna get here all the time and die. It's like, it's pretty long. This level is long,
Phobos.
and due to the nature of the wave, like, it's really easy to die as the wave, okay? I'm just gonna put it out.
What does that mean?
One
Of course, it's easy to die as any game
and
mode.
it's hard to, like,
EVW.
correct yourself. Like, with the ship, you can kind of do an incorrect input and recorrect yourself a bit if you're good enough. Wave, though, it's very easy to die.
No, I disagree. Wait, it's
Just
the
from one
most correctable
tiny
game mode.
little mistake, see? There was no hope for recorrection there. I just pressed it too early and it was boom. It was
Every game
death.
mode's like that, though, EVW. Come on, man.
I knew
if
it.
you think about
Supersonic
it.
is gonna kill me so many times right there. It's just, I don't know what it is about that part. I always go too high.
Dude,
or I just
freaking-
don't press it hard enough. I find that closer to the end of the level you get, the easier it gets, though. A lot of, like,
That's
the
nice.
harder ones are kind of at the start. So there is that. Like, once I get past Phobos, maybe I like, have a chance to
Guys,
beat the
it's
level,
International
you know?
Wave Day.
I mean, to be fair, the
Oh, it
9
was.
circles one is pretty easy, though.
Ooh.
I think Windy Landscape can kill me, too, later on. There's a wave part.
What do you mean? Windy Landscape is
yeah.
not hard.
Yeah, that's pretty tough as nails, too.
No, it's not.
International
EVW.
Wave Day, bro. It's
9
hard.
circles is harder than any wave in the fricking.
International Wave Day sure is a clencher. Okay, let's go. Phobos, don't kill me!
Come on, Phobos. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He's dead.
Man, there's so much invisible stuff there that kills you. Like, I don't know what I died to. It's just darkness.
You are playing Phobos,
Phobos
man.
is crazy. I mean, I've never played Phobos. It's an extreme demon. I imagine the rest of the level's way harder than that part.
Yes.
But, like, ooh, boy. Stay low. Go. No, I just barely hit it. I thought I had it. He was just a tiny little bit. Just can't
Dude, Phobos. Phobos is hard, though, EVW. I'm
Phobos.
telling you.
Oh,
Thanks
so
for the $2
cruel,
to have
man.
time. What does it mean? Yeah, 9 circles is only hard because it's impossible to see. Oh, dude, he's doing a run because he hasn't talked.
I got it.
Oh, we got
No,
it.
Decode's chill.
Decode
Decode's
is
super
chill.
chill. Let's fluke it now. Ah! I forgot what was next and I just started wiggling. Okay, I think I need to just one more time go over which level comes after which.
Yeah, maybe,
Psychosis
dude.
is pretty easy.
Psychosis!
Oh, that sucks.
I love Psychosis,
This
dude.
part kills me sometimes going into there.
Okay, why?
Sometimes, not
Nerfing. Nope, nerfing.
Not all
That
the time.
transition's
A lot
weird.
of the transitions are really nice like that.
Nope, had it with that freaking wave, because that wave is kicking my ass, and I don't like the fact that it is.
So some of
Had
the
it with the
transitions
wave.
are really nice. Ouch.
These spikes right here, I'm not a
Theory
fan of. They're gone.
Skrillex.
Nope, these spikes
I
are
never
done.
played Theory of Skrillex, by the way.
Just these
It was
spikes, I
an
hate them. They're not-
immensely popular
no
level
more.
back in 1.9.
No more of those
Never-
spikes. Had it with
never
those
got around
spikes.
to playing it.
Nope.
I wonder if I should. I should go back and make a video of just me playing like old.
No more
popular
of those
1.9
spikes.
levels that I never.
Not a
got chance
fan.
to play. I never played
Had
the
it.
Chaos levels either, like Chaos Airflow. Speaking of which, like right here, never played it. Or Chaos Impact. Chaos Airflow is the next one in the level, isn't it?
Freaking.
Never played them.
That wave
Maybe I'll
sucks.
do this. The levels at the end aren't that hard, although it does end with Cataclysm. And it's
What
the
part
end
of
part of
Cataclysm?
Cataclysm, though. It
Oh,
wasn't
free.
particularly hard. I just need to get past Windy Landscape.
What's that Windy Landscape that's so hard? What wave in Windy
Landscape is
Landscape?
after Psychosis, which is where we died to. And then I should be chill. You know, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I just... Ooh, man, that was a bad death. The problem is with this level is
Yeah, I
don't
like
think
that.
it's particularly hard, you know, like... I mean, clearly there's
Dude!
some hard parts like Acropolis.
Come on,
Which
EVW.
isn't like that hard because it's right at the beginning, but like, you know, it's not that hard. I mean, Phobos for sure. But it's just you gotta be consistent. You have to be very consistent. If you're inconsistent with your wave ability, then this level's gonna
Who's
be really
that?
tough for you,
Voice.
you know? And I gotta say, I'm getting better, of course, over time, just because I've played the game for so long. But I still lack the consistency to do this, like, really easily, you know? And there's one thing I gotta mention. Right now, I'm gonna say, there's a really hard part at 99%, of course.
Yeah, I feel
hard
that,
parts
dude.
at 99%. Lol, 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 troll, lol, lol, lol.
I'm really agreeing with
And
what
if
he's saying
that kills
right
me,
now.
I'm gonna be a little upset.
Nope.
No!
Dude, that almost killed me.
I touched the portal. Did you see that? I went like all the way down. How did I miss that? I was in it.
EVW, shut up.
Oh, I
Shut up!
God, if Phobos kills
Dude!
me one more time, I am.
Oh my god,
going
EVW doesn't care, dude. Big head. Does not care. EVW did not shut up for me, guys. I was past my new best,
No,
EVW.
I knew. Remember, I said I was gonna die to that exact part, and I did. Why do I die there? Like, it looks like it's going so
This is
slow.
the
You
dumbest
go
thing I've
through
ever
the door,
done.
you're like,
Actually, that's
"Oh,
not true. Once I listen to the Geometry-OST, that probably
die
rivals it.
immediately. Oh my god, why? Man, but you don't die immediately, though.
I agree, the
What's up
99
with the
trend
mind
needs to
games
stop.
there? I don't get it. Every time I get past Phobos, it is like a miracle. Okay? I need to take those chances. And I need to use them well. But I did not use it well. At least it was a new record.
Yeah, good on you. I cut my hair when I can go to the grocery
This is
store.
so hard at the end, though. Oh my god.
EVW is gonna die 99. What's this? I'm hearing it in my ears. Is that it?
Oh my god. I hate this level. I hate it. That's so not cool, man. I was clicking properly and my finger just gave out because I've been doing this level for so long. This new like 99% like hardcore trend has gotta die. Maybe
Agreed.
we should make a stand.
Preach! Oh, looks like we have to listen to this dumb song because he's gonna beat it now. Oh, good. My hair longer? Not really possible, dude. Dude, EVW really just freaking spit facts though, right there. You know. I don't hate EVW. I think he's a freaking boss, dude. I freaking love EVW. Why would I hate EVW, bro? Like, actually, it's freaking sick. One of my only YouTube memberships goes to him, man. He's a freaking beast. Large respect for him. Especially he plays like Mario Maker 2 and stuff. Yeah, big fan of him. I like actually. You got it, dude. Dude, oh my god. Dude, EVW would never collab with me, dude. My humor is way too different. My humor is way too different. You know. Here goes. Let's go, dude. This is definitely the end of the level. It's almost over, guys. It's literally almost over. He's almost cleared it.
Come on. If I die here, I'm quitting.
I don't doubt him, actually.
Oh.
Yay!
99%! So funny! I like the idea of a trip down memory lane going through like a bunch of wave parts and having like a wave themed levels, taking the wave parts from all the levels. It was great. A lot of this level is great. 99% though was cruel And I want to dislike it just for that, because I hate this 99% trend in Geometry Dash these days. I don't like it, okay? I'm putting it out there. Not a fan.
If we're all
but I'm gonna
Jonathan's
thumbs
fault,
it up
agree.
because it was nostalgic, and I did overall like it. I'd rate this probably a hard demon. There's a few tricky.
I'm not
parts,
sending
and
this,
you
dude.
know, to
Sorry.
be honest, it's more just about consistency. You gotta get consistent with the wave, and the wave is one of those game modes that I find it's one of the hardest game modes to be consistent with, and so it's tough. But my god, yeah, this took me a lot longer than expected. That took me 406 attempts, and most of those attempts are right now. Call it like a hard demon, probably. Wow.
Right now.
Wave demon mix. Leox, it's very cool.
Oh my god, thanks for the $2.
Level, though, I do think the 9 circles part was way too long. That part lasted such a long time.
Why'd I die there?
And then also, because 9 circles was in there,
Yeah, I'm talking DVWs on the show.
problematic in there as well. Another 9 circles level. I think there could have been some other levels from 1.9, maybe the Forest Temple. Forest Temple was actually 2.0, but it was like old school. You know,
Forest? No, I don't know how to do that one.
Forest Temple wave, or I'm trying to think of like some other wave parts. Maybe even something from like Theory of Everything 2 or Theory of Everything 2 version 2. You know, like the Neptune level. That would have been cool. Something other
I like
than
this levels.
problematic. And also, it was really nostalgic. There were a lot of 1.9 levels, and it was really like kind of trip down memory lane. But then Mechanical Showdown shows up out of nowhere, which is a 2.0, maybe a 2.1.
I don't know, it's kind of nostalgic for me though.
No, it was right before 2.1 came out. And there's like moving objects everywhere, and it looks all like new and high.
Dude, oh my god.
And everything else looked like 1.9. So it did stick out like a sore thumb. Like, I don't think Mechanical Showdown should have been in there. But like, you know,
I
all
kinda
the
find
other choices I
nostalgic,
liked,
dude.
it should have stuck with its like 1.9 theme, and just gone with all like those old school wave levels. But yeah, I mean, those are just like small criticisms, you know. Overall, like I said, I really enjoyed the level.
That was a friggin'
And guys,
stupid
remember
death.
March 27th is International Wave
Yeah, I'll
Day.
keep that in mind for
Colin, it's International
next
Wave
year.
Day. Okay, we're gonna remember this for next year. I'm gonna play some more wave levels next year at this.
No, I got you.
Remember that,
Someone remind me.
alright? So we did Wave Demon Mix. So now you guys should go play a wave level. And if you want to play this level, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough, but it'll get you better at the wave. That's for sure.
Will it? Will it
Get
DVW?
you better at the wave. Just don't die 99% like I did. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Remember to leave
Yo,
a thumbs
see you,
up.
dude.
Helps me out immensely. And as always, peace.
Hold on. I'm gonna do something after I die. Oh, what the hell did I hit that slope for? Yo, that was so stupid. Okay, wait, hold on. What's the idea? I'm doing this, dude. I gotta play this. Hold on. Where is the freaking level? I gotta play it. I'm playing this freaking level, dude. I don't care. I'm playing it. I am playing this level. Oh, good. My capture thing broke. Whatever. I'll fix it in a second when I find the ID. Okay. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I know the screen thing broke. I'll deal with it until. Okay. Alright, let's play. Wait. Is my thing still broken? Watch this. I'm gonna fix it right now. I'm gonna fix it right now, guys. Watch. What in the world? Help? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Alright, here we go. Ready? Here we go. We're going in. We're gonna play this wave challenge. We're gonna play this wave challenge. I don't even know what levels are in this thing. I'm just gonna. We're gonna see how it goes. Watch. I don't need practice. We'll be fine. Okay, Leox 360. Okay, I should be able to do Acropolis. Right? Like, Acropolis is like a given that I can do. Oh, that was actually for use? Ah! I was not expecting that transition. The transitions are gonna kill me. I just wanted to see like if I can get far into it without practice. Because I have to assume I played every single one of these waves at some point in my GD career, right? Oh my god. Can you stop dying at Acropolis? I need to actually pay attention to the Acropolis wave, dude. I'm not actually playing the thing. Stop! I literally can't. Dude, I'm doing worse than EVW right now. You know that? I'm freaking doing worse than EVW right now. Can't do a wave. Literally npesta cannot do Acropolis wave. Look at me freaking go, dude. Okay, get ready for the transition. Oh my god, dude! I freaking can't do it! I can't do the world's most simple waves, dude. How? Mind-boggling, dude. Literally, they're not even that hard. I don't know what's freaking up with me right now. Okay, remember. Oh, that was actually a lag spike, dude. That was actually a lag spike. Dude, EVW is better than me. I can't freaking... God, dude. I literally cannot do the world's easiest wave challenge right now. Like, it's literally just Acropolis right now. If I can't pass Acropolis, dude, I don't know how this is gonna go. Dude, oh my god! Help? How in the world can I... It doesn't make any sense. I'm literally npesta. Why can't I not do the supersonic wave, dude? Like, my whole thing. Pass the freaking supersonic wave. Come on, it's literally so easy. Oh my god! Nope! Can't do it! Literally cannot do it. I cannot... I cannot do it. Supersonic is too hard for me to do. How does that make... I'm literally not even kidding. How does that make any sense? I don't get it. Oh, okay. Alright. Ooh, guys. New idea. New plan. Wait. Get ready for this idea. Ready? Yeah, we're doing it, dude. We're doing it. New thing. Wait, freaking... freaking wash, dude. Anyone know this intro? By any chance?
If you've ever played a Mario Kart game before,
let's go!
the one course that probably sticks out in your mind is Rainbow Road. Its first iteration was in Super Mario Kart back in 1992.
Let's go, dude. I'm doing it. I don't care.
It was drastically different from all other courses in the game. There were no walls, very few obstacles, and any
you guys are about to learn something.
Falling off the track. This course's difficulty became a natural attraction for speedrunners, whose goal it was to race through the track as fast as possible. And throughout the Mario Kart games, dude, all of which feature their own version of Rainbow Road, this course's legacy is still preserved. Let's take a look at how speedrunners have been able to break this course to set world records.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's see just how good people can get at racing through Rainbow Road.
Damn it, I freaking couldn't time the freaking, let's go, dude. This is a history lesson time, guys. We're learning about Rainbow Road today. I can literally quote this. I feel that, dude. I really do feel that today, dude. I know there's people in here that have been listening to this for, like, several times on end, dude. It's freaking...
The story begins in 1992. This was the year that introduced the franchise's staple course, Rainbow Road, from Nintendo's Super Mario Kart. The game had two different methods of racing. Grand Prix, where you raced against other drivers, and Time Trials, where you raced against yourself to set the fastest time possible.
Right.
This video is going to be focused on world records achieved in the Time Trials mode. The goal of Time Trials was to race 5 laps around Rainbow Road as fast as possible.
Yeah,
and today, the leaderboard is split up into NTSC and PAL world records. The NTSC version of the game was released in North America and Japan, while the PAL version was released in Europe and most other regions of the world. The main difference between PAL and NTSC is the frame rate. NTSC is 60 frames per second, while PAL is 50 frames per second. This led to the developers changing a lot of the code between the two versions, resulting in race times that are a few seconds faster on the NTSC version. The very early history of who could race around Rainbow Road the fastest is extremely difficult to find. Given the difficulties of accessing the internet in the early to mid-90s, the overall world record was not particularly well kept track of. The earliest agreed upon records on Rainbow Road come from the late 90s and early 2000s, with the NTSC record typically staying a couple seconds ahead of the PAL record. While video proof doesn't exist for many of these runs, we still have a pretty good idea of what these records looked like. They in all likelihood used either Bowser or Donkey Kong Jr. as their racer, since they have the highest top speed on the main road.
The era
They
of Funky
probably
Kong
took
was
full
not here yet.
advantage of hopping over corners, a technique used to gain small amounts of time on each lap. One technique that could not be used, however, was boosting. By turning around a sufficiently large section of the track, holding accelerate, and pressing either left or right on the shoulder buttons, the racer gains a small speed boost after completing the turn.
Come on, dude.
However, Rainbow Road doesn't have any turns large enough to build a boost, as you need to be turning for at least 74 frames, or over a second, in order for the boost to be built. So, driving around Rainbow Road simply consisted of cutting turns as tightly as possible and hopping over corners. One of the most dominant runners of the early 2000s was Jamie White, an NTSC player who, in a 10-day span in January 2003, set 9 world records on Rainbow Road.
How do people do
He
this
didn't
stuff
have
in
any
2003?
mind-blowing new strategies. He was just extremely good at the game. One of the best players Super Mario Kart had ever seen up to that point. On the PAL side, Sami was the first verifiable record holder, while KVD and Geo traded the record back and forth throughout 2005, before Kart 7 snagged it right back before the new year. Then, in 2006, a revolution was discovered across Super Mario Kart as a whole. The backs of the D-pads on Super Nintendo controllers have a bump that prevents two opposite directions from being pressed at the same time. Kart 7 discovered that by opening the controller and shaving this bump down, it was possible to get boosts much more easily by using a method called the zigzag boost. The player could hop and wiggle from left to right on the controller even while going over a straight section of the course, and begin to build up their boost without turning. This, combined with
that's
going
such a
over a
good
long
video.
enough turn, would mean boosts were now possible frequently throughout Rainbow Road, saving a fraction of a second each time. Now, the idea of modifying a controller to gain an advantage may sound controversial, but
And
this
it was.
practice was more to standardize play than anything else. Super Nintendo controllers sometimes
opinion.
naturally shave this bump down through heavy use alone, so allowing people to do it themselves just made it fair to everyone. There's still a leaderboard that doesn't allow these types of boosts, the non-NBT leaderboard, but for simplicity's sake we'll be focusing on runs where the boosting is allowed. KVD would end up lowering both the PAL and NTSC records down further using the zigzag boost, farther into the 126 range on PAL and down to
GX4 speedrun, yeah, that's a
123 on
great idea.
NTSC. Other competitors would get a hold of these records for periods of time, but KVD's mastery of the zigzag boost helped him continuously regain his title. Japan also has their own leaderboards for the game, and in June 2012, a player known as Marisa posted an NTSC time of 123.51, along with a video for proof. This was more than a quarter of a second ahead of the NTSC record at the time, and the way Marisa did it was by A, just driving really well, and B, by utilizing a technique known as hot boosting. Normally, players build a boost by zigzagging on the straight path before a corner. Since you can't normally build a boost while hopping over a corner, it's sometimes necessary to spend a little extra time on the straight path to build up the boost, causing the hop to be a little bit later and having it be a little bit less than optimal. However, Super Mario Kart has two hopping buttons, L and R. Keep in mind one of these must be pressed the entire time you're building the boost for it to be built properly. You press one of them to hop, and then by switching to the other one the frame after you let go of the original one, the game will allow your boost to keep building. Since you can now continue building your boost while in the air, the zigzag boost build can be stopped slightly sooner, and you can get an optimal hop over the corners. This extremely difficult technique is known as a hop boost, and helped Marisa save a few frames over the course of the run. This record is a bit controversial in the Western world, mostly due to a lack of communication between Marisa and the West. So far, nobody has been able to beat it. The closest any other NTSC player has gotten is a 123.63 by KVD, achieved in January 2018. Even 7 years after his time was achieved, Marisa's record still reigns supreme by over a tenth of a second.
Damn, Maurice
So
was
that's
way
the
ahead.
history of Super Mario Kart's Rainbow Road World Records. But a few years after this game, Nintendo released its first sequel. Its legacy is preserved by its hundreds of active time trial players, and it has one of the most broken speedruns out there. This is Mario Kart 64.
Dude.
Mario Kart 64 was the first game in the franchise to be in full 3D. Courses can now go up and down instead of just left and right.
Mario Kart 64 is a legendary.
Naturally, this meant the developers could do a lot more with Rainbow Road when
But
designing.
Rainbow Road kind of is boring.
The end result, however, was this.
I can visualize what this is in my head.
This is Rainbow Road. It's the longest course in the entire Mario Kart franchise. In some respects, it's the complete opposite of the Super Mario Kart iteration. Instead of having no walls, there's a rail along both sides of the track all the way through to prevent you from falling off.
Does that
There's
rain
no
that just fell
thwomps ready
through?
to
Yeah.
crush you, but instead a few chain chomps that roam the track trying to hit you. It's a bizarre course. You're just surrounded by space while driving around a seemingly endless rainbow path.
Yeah.
There's no risk of falling off. You just drive as well as you can. However, I mentioned before that Mario Kart 64 was a really broken game. There are large skips on most of the tracks. And as innocent as Rainbow Road may seem, it too can be broken just the same. One of the game's most famous shortcuts is from the very start of Rainbow Road. You jump off the side of the track as it goes downhill, and land far down on the track below. This trick was discovered essentially right as the game came out, and it's impossible to tell who the first person was to pull it off. It cuts out a pretty significant portion of the track, as you can see from the minimap. The best part is, it's really easy to perform. Many could pull out their copy of Mario Kart 64 right now and probably get it on one of their first attempts. After getting this jump, it was up to the player to simply drive around the course as well as possible. This involved doing mini turbos nearly constantly, by holding R to drift, then wiggling the thumbstick back and forth twice. The player builds up a boost that can then be released to gain some speed. It works quite similarly to boosting in Super Mario Kart.
This is like helping my head.
Boost can be built up much faster in Mario Kart 64. Also similarly to Super Mario Kart, the game has both a PAL and an NTSC version, where the PAL version runs at 5/6 the frame rate of the NTSC version. What this means in Mario Kart 64 is that the game overall is slowed down on PAL while the race timer is kept at the same speed, so an identical run will be about 17% slower on PAL. The Mario Kart 64 community actually puts PAL and NTSC runs on the same leaderboard, mathematically converting times between the two versions to tell which runs are faster. Although playing on PAL gives a bit of an advantage since you're essentially playing in slow motion. After the shortcut on Rainbow Road was discovered, there began to be two types of runs through the course. Non-shortcut runs, where you drive around the entire thing as normal, and shortcut runs, where you would do as many shortcuts as you could as fast as possible. The non-shortcut record, going by the PAL conversion on the leaderboard, is a 6-minute long journey around the course 3 times. The record has only come down by about 10 seconds in the past 20 years, and the only real strategy improvement was the discovery from David Tran at the very start. By triple tapping the A button on the big hill at the start of the course, you'll be able to avoid becoming airborne and will go down it much faster. Other than that, for non-shortcut, all you were really doing was following a path around the course of driving and drifting. Of course, this still took an enormous amount of skill to get just right for 6 full minutes. An Australian runner named Alex Penev set 10 records in a row in non-shortcut in the late 90s, with players such as Sami and MJ trading it back and forth in the mid-2000s. Lately, the non-shortcut side has been dominated by Abney317 and Westermeyer. These runners all use either Toad, Yoshi, or Peach, since they're the fastest characters in the game. On the shortcut side, however, the course has evolved a little bit more. For the first couple years, world records were set simply by jumping at the start of each lap, then driving as well as possible around the rest of the course. Each of these jumps saved about a half minute, so the record was down to about 4.5 minutes by 1999. However, that July, a player named Miles successfully executed a new method of the shortcut, the spiral jump. By doing a mini turbo, then jumping as far to the left as possible over the railing, it's possible to just barely make it over to the spiral on the left. This saves another 10 seconds or so over the other jump, but is much harder.
That sucks,
Michael F. became the first to hit 3 of these in a run in 2004 by using a more consistent but slightly slower method that involved braking before the jump over the rail. The recent history of this record has been pretty amusing. Players Carlo and VAJ both held the record for a few years in the 2000s and 2010s. Then, in early 2015, Abney got the record with a 3:56.36. He got the spiral jump 3 times and drove really well all the way around. It was a time that would stand for nearly 3 years. But in November 2017, a player named Zoran took it from him, a 3:56.15. a 3-year-old record beaten. Well, later that same day, Abney beat him back
He's
with
kind of a beast,
356.07. Zoran wasn't about to let that set him back, so he got back to grinding, and remarkably, a few days later, he beat Abney again, this time with a 356.02. It was an incredible feat, firing right back at a guy who had held the record for 3 years straight. A feat that was only overshadowed by the fact that for the second time, Abney beat him right back later the same day.
How?
After this, Abney will be beaten by Matthias Restemeyer in late 2018 for a couple months, but on New Year's Day 2019, he got the record back with a 354.87, and that's where the record stands today. Mario Kart 64's Rainbow Road has certainly had a storied history, but now, in 2001, Nintendo released their newest iteration of the track on their new Game Boy Advance. This is Mario Kart Super Circuit.
Oh my god, you freaking suck balls.
This game has probably received the least attention of all games in the Mario Kart franchise.
I'm actually a pretty big fan.
It can be broken just as much as any of the others.
I'm a big fan of Super Circuit. I love the graphics.
Let's take a look at Rainbow Road.
I'll be real with you.
The track's similar to Super Mario Kart's version, with no walls anywhere on the track. It seems like all you can do is drive around the course and follow the rules, but that wouldn't be any fun.
Alright, that would not be very fun.
Rainbow Road is surrounded by bumpers on each side that you can bounce off of. By using a mushroom and going over them, then landing on them to bounce again, you can essentially just bounce around the course. I mean, look at the minimap. It looks like you're just going wherever you want, as if the track is just a suggestion. This concept of using the bumpers was first fully fleshed out by a player known as Yui in early 2002, just months after the game's release.
Hey guys, I was born in 2002.
Yui was able to land on each bumper directly after flying in the air, leading to him bouncing up again. If he instead landed on the road, his speed would be dramatically decreased, so landing on the bumpers was pivotal. Of course, the bumpers themselves are super narrow, so landing exactly on them is no easy task. But Yui was able to pull off a run of 36.45, flying around the track 3 times. All of this precision is obviously extremely difficult, and involved using a ton of small, undetectable strategies that I'll explain later. The record would come down a couple seconds over the following few years, but in 2005, an incredible time was achieved. A runner known as Mander pulled off a 34.63 in 2005, coming up with a new strategy of skipping the section of boost near the end and instead going more directly towards the goal. This strategy saved about a second across all 3 laps. To give you an idea of how hard this route was to pull off, we can take a look at a tutorial video for this route made by Super Circuit speedrunner Hahe. The player must aim just right for every jump, let go and press A at precise times, and even hold R to drift at certain points.
I'm good.
Any slightly missed input means the strategy will fail, and the player must restart. Now, most of these strategies had to be performed regardless of whether Mander's or Yui's route was used, but Mander's route did add in a tricky section where you had to hold A, aim for a precise part of the road, launch off a bumper when drifting, and then countersteer just before landing. Basically, there was a world of precision that went into this Rainbow Road strategy. Getting all of it was incredibly difficult to pull off, but still definitely possible. Mander's record is a bit controversial in the Western world, mainly because he had used speed hacks in Mario Kart Wii before. What's more, Mander used Toad in his run even though he's slower overall, but he is easier to control. If Mander had used Bowser instead of Toad, his time would have been about 0.3 of a second faster. Regardless, Mander's time caused the rest of the community to strive for absolute perfection. It wasn't until 2010 when a player was finally able to beat him. The runner was known as Boomer, and he beat Mander by 1/10 of a second by playing with Bowser.
Before the time.
His time would be tied 5 years later by Hahe, and then beaten by 0.03 of a second by a player known as Shock, which is where the record stands today.
Remember what time this is?
This incredibly difficult, yet incredibly bold-looking strategy really makes it stand out. Bouncing all over the track definitely is fun, but the execution needed to pull it off just right is super punishing. To this day, only 6 players have been able to get a time under 35 seconds on Rainbow Road, and Shock's record has stood for nearly 2 years. It's estimated that the total time could probably come down by another 0.3 seconds or so based on tool-assisted speedruns. Who's going to be the person to take it under 34.5 seconds?
Not me.
We'll just have to wait and see. It's time to move on to the year 2003. It's the era of the GameCube, and full 3D is back in the Mario Kart franchise. This is Mario Kart Double Dash.
Dude, I literally suck. What games would I like to speedrun?
Just as with the other games,
Mario games.
as soon as Double Dash came
Maybe
out,
Mario Bros. 3.
players around the world began competing for the fastest times on each course. For Rainbow Road, many of these early times don't have surviving videos today.
Double Dash, baby.
To find the first video, we've got to go to November 2004. There, we see a time of 256.616 by Stefan VD. The first thing to notice for this run is the character and kart choice. Stefan picked the lightweight Koopa Troopers as his characters, and the barrel train as his kart. This is because in Double Dash, lightweight characters get a longer boost from mini turbos, and the barrel train is fast both on and off the road. Double Dash's Rainbow Road features several sharp turns that need to be made just right in order to avoid falling off. Drifting and charging up mini turbos around these corners is done similarly to in Mario Kart 64. Pressing R to drift, then wiggling the thumbstick back and forth. You get a small boost after releasing. Double Dash also has a technique known as R-Tech, discovered by Rafa64 in 2004.
I don't think Double Dash is a fun
By
game.
letting go and pressing R during a drift, your kart can turn tighter than what's otherwise normal. This is because the game automatically pulls your kart in the direction of your turn when beginning a drift. By pressing R over and over again and foregoing the mini turbo, you fool the game into thinking you keep starting new drifts, when in reality you're just drifting once. So your kart gets pulled much tighter than it normally would. This helps Stefan get better turns around the hairpin and spiral turns,
tech can I do
saving
this?
time that added up over 3 laps. Over the following couple of years, the record would come down a couple more seconds partly due to another technique, A-Tech. Releasing the accelerate button between mini turbos causes the kart to sway less, keeping a straighter path forward. This can be done in strategic straight sections to save fractions of a second. In 2007, Swedish runner Andreas set a new record with a time of 254.689. This run's video doesn't exist today, but his previous record from 2 months before does, and it's what you're seeing on screen right now.
No, it's not.
But there's something really important about this run. Before Andreas' run, the world record had been verifiably broken 36 times. On the other hand, this run from Andreas stood for over 8 years.
Yeah, it's showing dramatic footage of the thing. But I know what happens next. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. You know.
But before we get too excited here, it's not entirely because the run was so perfect. It was a great run, but Mario Kart Double Dash didn't have a particularly active time trial scene in the years after Andreas' run. Not many people were trying to set records. Even when people did do time trials, they usually focused their attention on other tracks.
Cool.
But regardless, Andreas' run stood on top for nearly a decade. And then in 2015, Andreas came back to the track he had dominated 8 years before and repeated his performance. On June 9th, he beat his own record by less than 0.03 of a second.
Dude, I freaking hate myself. I literally can't do it.
A few weeks later, Swedish rival Carlson beat Andreas.
Literally.
And then an American player named Andrew beat him. Andrew is one of the first record holders to play on the 60 Hz or 60 frame rate version of the game. Unlike Mario Kart 64,
what does that even mean?
The 50 Hz version didn't just slow down the gameplay. It slowed everything down, including the timer. This meant there was no conversion necessary between 60 and 50 Hz versions. Nowadays, the 60 Hz version of the game is strongly encouraged to play on, since the now popular Grand Prix mode is played on 60 Hz for timing reasons. Andrew's record from 2015 stood all the way until May 2019, when Goomba beat it by about 1/10 of a second.
Let's go Goomba.
And that's where the world record stands today. To recap, the world record was beaten 36 times in the first 4 years of the game's release. It would then be beaten just 4 times over the next 12 years. This record is extremely solid, but it's possible it could come down another second to the 253 range.
Damn it.
So that's all for Mario Kart Double Dash. It's now on to the year 2005, and it's time to go back to the handhelds. This is Mario Kart DS.
I love Mario Kart DS. Freaking childhood, dude. That was the game that that's the Mario Kart that I grew up with.
The most notable mechanic in Mario Kart DS is snaking. Mini turbos can be built up extremely quickly in this game by just holding R and rocking left and right twice
to the best course in the entire Mario Kart
Doing this
franchise.
over and over means the player can build up boosts nearly constantly all the way around the track. The result is some incredibly fast driving. Snaking has been a staple of Mario Kart DS time trials for years, and it can be seen in the earliest Rainbow Road records with video evidence. Unfortunately, the normal replay system for Mario Kart DS looks like this. It's like they tried to make it an action movie. It's really hard to tell what strategies are being used and how well the race is being driven. And since DS capture cards were really hard to come by, especially back then, sharing Mario Kart DS replays in the first couple years of the game's release wasn't easy. But in early 2007, an action replay code was developed that let replays be seen from the same perspective that the racer originally saw. Action Replay is a device that you could plug into your system to modify how the game performs, similarly to a Game Genie on the NES. As long as the only code you use is the one to fix the replay system, it's accepted in the Mario Kart DS community. The first couple months of the game's release consisted of racers snaking around Rainbow Road like all the other tracks. But in 2006, a potential shortcut was found. The player would make their way over to the spiral, then get a boost from the zipper and jump, just barely making it to the track ahead. As you can see from a map of the course, this shortcut cut out the need to drive around the rest of the spiral, saving a few seconds. The problem was, if the shortcut was performed, the game wouldn't count the lap upon crossing the finish line. Nobody was quite sure why, but it was theorized it had something to do with the checkpoint system around the track. So for a while, no shortcuts were performed on Rainbow Road. But in late 2006, a runner known as Husky217 found something quite a bit harder than the first shortcut. And this time, the lap counted at the end. This was the rail glitch.
Yeah, the impossible shortcut. You guys go do the rail glitch.
By using a mushroom or a mini turbo and hopping at just the right angle, the player can leave the surface of the course and land inside the rail of the track's big loop. The player then drives forward a bit and leaps off to the right side, skipping the need to drive all the way around the loop. If done correctly, this saves about 3 seconds, but it's incredibly difficult to line up your jump to perfectly land on top of the rail. Husky was able to get a time of 1:57 using the rail glitch, but then a player known as Hatomugi beat him with a 1:56 a few months later. Hatomugi didn't use the rail glitch, but instead used a trick theorized by Etch a while before, the pipe glitch. By driving forward here to load the next checkpoint region, then turning around and boosting off the track, Lakitu will think you're further ahead than you really are and drop you before the corkscrew section. As you can see by the minimap, after the time it takes to go out of bounds and be picked up by Lakitu, this trick saves about 1 second. However, it's much easier to do than the rail glitch. Over the following several months, the record came down second by second with these two shortcuts. The pipe shortcut was easy enough to do once per each of the 3 laps, but the rail shortcut was only really done once per race due to how difficult it was. The record had come down to a 1:51 by 2009, when a player known as Bjork posted a video of a 1:46 with 3 rail jumps. However, the run was suspected as being a TAS, and the video was later taken down. Today, this run isn't counted as ever having been a world record on MarioKartWorldRecords.com. By 2011, runner MK Dasher managed to get the time down to a 1:47 by doing 3 pipe shortcuts and 2 rail shortcuts. This is where the record stood for about 3 years, until the middle of 2014, when MK Dasher found something big. Remember the old shortcut from 2006 that didn't count the lap? Well, 8 years later, MK Dasher found a way around that. By driving forward a bit more, the game loaded the next checkpoint for the track. This was all the game needed to do to count the lap at the end. So now, MK Dasher could drive a bit farther forward and do this.
He's doing this, guys, right now.
This shortcut eliminated the need to perform the rail glitch, because you'd already wind up at the end of the loop. It was also significantly easier.
Dude, come on, I'm literally so dumb!
Each of the 3 laps. That, combined with the pipe shortcut on each lap, meant times
He's doing this, Zobrist's part.
MK Dasher set a record of 145 in May 2014, and over the next few years he traded it back and forth with players like Leon and Rupa. The player's cart choice changed over time. Before the new shortcut, the Rob BLS was used because of its slightly higher speed, but after, the Egg 1 was used because of its better handling. Optimization was found by doing the shortcuts quicker than before, and cleaner driving overall. In September 2017, MK Dasher got a 138, which is where the record stands today. There's also another side to DS Rainbow Road speedruns, non-shortcut runs. In this category, large shortcuts or shortcuts that involve going out of bounds are not allowed, but corner cuts are still permitted. The current non-shortcut record is a 154 by MK Dasher, beating a 155 by Rupa that had stood for nearly 6 years. That's all for Mario Kart DS.
Let's go!
3 years after the game came out, Nintendo released the next installment in the franchise. It's one of the series' most iconic games, and it's well known for its unique ultra shortcuts. This is Mario Kart Wii.
Legendary game. Awesome watch out.
Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road is notorious for being one of the hardest in the franchise. With all of its tight turns and lack of walls, it's incredibly easy to fall off the edge and be sent plummeting. Of course, as with every other iteration of Rainbow Road, some players were able to master it in world record time. New to Mario Kart Wii was an in-game online leaderboard system where the best time trials in the world could be automatically uploaded to. Time trial records could be seen instantaneously this way, and could even be downloaded to race against. So, unlike many of the other games where early times were claimed online by veteran players, even some of the earliest records in Mario Kart Wii have video proof, including a 237.380 by Yosuo. His run was essentially just a speedy playthrough of the track, but there's a few important things to pick up on. His character was Funky Kong, the fastest in the game.
Funky Kong, domination.
His vehicle choice was a bike called the Flame Runner.
Flame Runner.
In Mario Kart Wii, there's two main types of vehicles, bikes and karts. Karts have the upside of giving the player a longer boost if they drift longer, but bikes give the player the option to do wheelies during straight sections, where the front wheel lifts up and the bike moves faster. There are also two subtly different types of bikes, outside drifting ones and inside drifting ones. Bikes with outside drift throw the back wheel out more when turning, so it takes longer to line the kart up forward after drifting. Bikes with inside drift are generally regarded as superior, since you could do a wheelie much sooner after drifting. So, for nearly every course in the game, an inside drifting bike is chosen, and one of the best is the Flame Runner. This was very quickly figured out when the game was released, which is why Yosuo was using his bike and character combination. Over the following months, the record would come down due to better driving and a couple of tricks, like using a mushroom or a wheelie to hop over the first part of this S-turn. In late 2009, a player simply known as Cole became the first to get a record with a free fall hop at the start. By hopping when the track goes slightly up at the start, it's possible to get enough air to completely clear the track below. This saves time because the player is moving forward in the X direction the entire time, as opposed to going down the hill where their speed is mostly going in the Y direction. This trick would further be evolved by using a kart, all of which have outside drift. By drifting and hopping over the edge, the kart will continue to rotate to the left. When the vehicle hits the road, hopping causes the game to push it away and give it speed. This speed is enough to go over the zipper at an angle and cut the corner of the track. Since a kart with outside drift is better on Rainbow Road than a bike with outside drift, this makes Rainbow Road the only record in the game to be set with a kart. Over the following several years, the record would come down by a fraction of a second at a time, mainly just from optimizing the driving around the course. Some of the most notable record holders were Japanese runners KK and Runio, who set 7 world records on Rainbow Road in 2011, and Katie, who got the first time of 2:24 in February 2016. His time stood all the way until January 2019, when a player simply known as Bob beat it by 0.04 of a second. There may not be many athletes left named Bob, but there's at least one who's a Rainbow Road champion.
I love that line.
But the crazy part is, the playing field will completely change if anybody's able to pull off the ultra
for $2. This is an interesting concept, actually.
Because of Mario Kart Wii's strange checkpoint system and a few other mechanics, many tracks have large shortcuts known as ultra shortcuts. Rainbow Road's ultra shortcut was discovered in a tool-assisted speedrun by Esteloy62 in early 2016. The player must go forward in front of the railing at the start, then turn back and hop along the small space between the railing and the edge of the track. Then, the player uses a mushroom and does a spin drift, drifting to the right but holding the stick back to the left, then hopping off the edge of the track, using a mushroom in the air, before finally landing on the track below. This trick requires an incredible amount of precision to pull off.
Good.
The spin drift must be done at exactly the right angle and location, because the player must make it far enough back in order to fool the game's checkpoint system to have the lap count. And the player must hit the track at the right angle to have a chance at making it to the track. What's more, there are invisible out-of-bound patches across the gap between the track that must be avoided. If they're hit, the game recognizes the player as being out of bounds, and Lakitu picks them up. Estoloy's Tool-Assisted Speedrun, or TAS, was essentially just a demonstration of what was possible. It used tools like slowdowns and re-records to create a theoretical speedrun. Today, more than 3 years after the trick's discovery, nobody's been able to execute this trick in a real-time speedrun of the track. King Alex has probably come the closest. He estimates that he's done more than 10,000 attempts to get the trick. Some of his recent attempts have gotten good spin drifts, but hit the out-of-bounds planes that end the run.
I've considered trying.
Whether King Alex or some other player is able to pull off this trick, it'll definitely be regarded as one of the finest runs in all of Mario Kart Wii.
I've definitely considered
That's all for this game.
But
Now we're going back to the handhelds again, where we find a very unique iteration of Rainbow Road. This is Mario Kart 7.
this is the best Rainbow Road there is. Sorry. The best Rainbow Road.
Mario Kart 7's version of Rainbow Road is the first in the series to not have 3 laps of the same track. Instead, it's one long course that's divided into 3 sections that count as laps. Rainbow Road is widely regarded as one of Mario Kart 7's finest tracks, and as a result, it's had a pretty deep history for speedrunning. Unfortunately, Mario Kart 7's replay system is similar to Mario Kart DS's.
Yeah.
You have the option to view it in the action movie
stupid.
perspective, or from a first-person perspective. There exists methods of getting around it, like using a 3DS capture card or just recording the run live with the camera, but these methods were used pretty infrequently, so most replays are from the first person. The first verifiable record was a 142 by Walter in December 2011. The re-addition of coins to the series made for a new challenge. The player starts with 0 coins, and can pick up to 10 of them at a time. Each additional coin adds a little bit to your speed, so the strategy around each turn wasn't simply to go as fast and as optimally as possible. There was now the addition of trying to pick up as many coins as early as possible. Mario Kart 7 also introduced gliding to the tracks, where the player could slowly glide down to the ground after getting airtime. Walter used this to his advantage to perform a small shortcut on the second segment of the track, where he glided down to a lower path farther ahead. He also cut this corner at the very end of section 3 to end the course. As with the other games, the first record wouldn't last long. The record time came down by about 5.5 seconds by late 2012. Some of the most prominent record holders at the time were Dako, Nasi, and Naiko. These 3 guys broke the record a combined 25 times, and they employed a number of new strategies to their advantage. For example, Nasi figured out the fastest method of going over the wavy section in section 1. Players normally just press R over and over to stunt repeatedly and gain speed boosts, but Nasi strategically hopped back and forth across the middle. Because of the way waves were formed, it was possible to immediately stunt quickly on each side this way. Better methods of gliding were used. By gliding quickly down and then up, the kart overall moves faster through the air. Players had to figure out just how low they could go without being out of bounds, then zoom back up to get to the track. By December 2012, a player known as Monar would get the record. What then began was an incredible streak of dominance. As he found minor new strategies and improved his skills at racing, Monar broke the record 16 times in a row through early 2014.
Damn, dude.
He used stuff like wall boosting. When the player hits into certain walls in Mario Kart 7, it pushes them back at a higher speed than it was driven into. Combined with the right angle, this can be used at the railing around the corner just after the start of Section 2. After Monar's last record in March 2014, he moved on to play Mario Kart 8, but his legacy in Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road was firmly established. He had taken the track to a new level of optimization, and it seemed like hardly anybody had what it took to knock him off the top. But there were a couple of players who had a chance: Gogoku7 and Diogo. These players each had drastically different experiences with the game, but they were both legitimate contenders. Diogo was a seasoned veteran of the game. He had achieved world records in a handful of tracks, and Rainbow Road was just the next course he had his eyes on. Gogoku, on the other hand, was a Rainbow Road specialist. Virtually all of his efforts in speedrunning Mario Kart 7 were focused on Rainbow Road. These guys had gotten their times close to Monar's record, before Gogoku broke through on June 23, 2014. His time beat Monar's by just 12 milliseconds. And just 6 hours after Gogoku announced his time, Diogo announced that he too had broken Monar's record, with a time sandwiched right in between Monar's and Gogoku's. However, between these two runners, only Gogoku would continue the quest to bring Rainbow Road's record lower. Diogo moved on to playing Mario Kart 8, while Gogoku poured everything he had into Rainbow Road. He eventually realized that Rainbow Road had a magic number, 135, a time on the outer limits of what could be realistically done. His record was a 136.261. Was it possible to take the quarter of a second off to get it to 135? Over the following half-decade, Gogoku would embark on a journey to find out.
Come on, dude! I'm actually so dumb. Like, that's not hard at all. That's literally not difficult, dude. Oh my god. I just want to get to Nazgub. What is wrong with me, dude? Oh my god. Fucking pathetic, dude, honestly. What the hell was that? Piss off.
.996. By the skin of his teeth, Gogoku had gotten a 135. Nearly 5 years after his first record, Gogoku's journey was complete. He's achieved the last 11 records in a row on Rainbow Road, and he's estimated the time can come down by only another 0.1 to 0.2 seconds. It's probable that Gogoku will be beaten one day, but his achievements on the track are simply remarkable. That's all for Mario Kart 7. After decades of journeys through Rainbow Road records, it's time for the last one. This is Mario Kart 8.
Weakest Rainbow Road in the entire series? Sorry.
Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road actually has 3 different categories of world records. The standard game has regular time trials, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, an enhanced port of the game for the Switch, has both 150cc and 200cc time trials. Each of these 3 categories has their own progression of world records, but just to keep things simple, we're going to stick to the original Mario Kart 8 version. As for the course itself, it's quite similar to Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road. Part of the track has no walls on either side, and the 3 laps fly by as the player is constantly thrown new obstacles to overcome. Very early records from when the game came out in May 2014 showed how fast-paced the course was. Most of these times stood for just a few hours each, but some of the most dominant players were Naiko and Kiki. As the dust settled, however, a number of minor yet crucial racing techniques were developed.
I lagged upward.
Probably the most famous one of these is fire hopping.
Oh my god.
After getting a speed boost,
whether
it be from a mini turbo, a mushroom, or a zipper, the player can hop a few times to preserve the speed for longer. This is because for karts and outward drifting bikes, speed is lost more slowly in the air rather than on the ground. So by maximizing time in the air, the speed gained from a boost will last slightly longer. In order to further extend the speed of a boost, the player can also perform what's known as demon sliding. It looks quite similar to fire hopping, and typically is performed immediately after. By subtly doing small, quick drifts over and over, speed is maintained more so than from just driving forward. Since fire hopping only works right after a boost, demon sliding is useful to continue preserving speed from the boost. The easiest way to tell demon sliding from fire hopping is smoke from the tires. If there's smoke, then the player is demon sliding. Other techniques include brake drifting and soft drifting. Brake drifting involves tapping the brake button repeatedly during a drift to cut corners tighter, similar to R-Tech and Double Dash. This is used on Rainbow Road during the spiral turns that require the player to stay toward the center to go as fast as possible. Soft drifting involves angling the control stick up at a 45-degree angle during a drift. This causes the mini turbo to be charged faster, at the cost of a less sharp drift. Rainbow Road's record slowly dropped over the course of 2014,
I'm glad it's
largely due to these strategies being used more and more frequently.
It was annoying.
But Mario Kart 8 as a whole had something bigger going on. As time had passed, the community had adopted a goal: get every single record in the game below 2 minutes. Most Mario Kart 8 records happen to be about 2 minutes long by nature, with a few of them exceeding 2 minutes by a couple of seconds. By July 2014, just 1 month after the game came out, only 6 courses remained with a world record above 2 minutes. And naturally, as time went on, players got better at demon sliding, soft drifting, all of these minor little strategies that added up. And one by one, each of these records slipped to below 2 minutes.
This is extremely fitting, don't you think? But the last one is frickin' Rainbow Road. I wish Matt Turk was like that, but Tyson was beaten before. Before Soda Popinski. If anyone's watched that.
By the time 2015 came, just 2 courses remained. But after Ray achieved a 159 on DK Jungle that January, that left 1 course with a record above 2 minutes. Rainbow Road, with a time of 2 minutes and 98 hundredths of a second by Diogo, who had previously battled Gogoku for Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road record.
I'm such a
And so, the quest for Sub 2 began. Other competitors like Danny took the record from him early on, but by March 2015, Diogo was setting world record after world record. He was refining his driving and adding in as many hops and slides as he could. One strategy developed by Japanese player Light was fire hopping instead of sliding before this trick near the end of the lap. Normally, fire hopping during a downward sloped surface like this is ineffective, but in May it was discovered that by angling the control stick 45 degrees, fire hopping was much faster. He also took advantage of a trick called Cannon Glider. By hopping right before a glider pad to just touch the end of it, the glider comes out faster than normal, saving a small amount of time. Then, later that month, he had a chance. He had a solid first lap, and after his second one, he was just barely on pace for a sub 2. As he entered lap 3, the hundreds of hours he had put into optimizing this course were coming to fruition. Saying this was a high-pressure situation was an understatement. To quote Diogo directly, "I heard my heart more than the actual music of the game in the 3rd lap." But as he drove around lap 3, Diogo was finishing the job started by dozens of his peers. 31 courses had accomplished their journey to sub 2. Now it was Rainbow Road's turn. As he crossed the finish line, Diogo may not have been aware of what he had just done. While on pace for his ultimate run, Diogo had just driven the fastest 3rd lap he had ever driven before. The final time was 159.903. With less than a tenth of a second to spare, every track in Mario Kart 8 was completed under 2 minutes. Now, that was more than 4 years ago. Since then, the record has come down by a few tenths of a second. Players like Ishak and Danny played a major role in this, with Danny being the current world record holder. But just like all the other Rainbow Roads, the current record doesn't tell the full story. The journey of how players got there shows the dedication, patience, and perseverance involved in setting these times. This has been the history of Rainbow Road World Records. Thanks for watching. Hey, I just wanted to let you all know about an upcoming Mike Tyson's Punch-Out speedrunning tournament I'm going to be hosting. It'll feature some of the top players in the world, and it'll be taking place throughout the next couple of months.
You're one of them.
You can watch it at twitch.tv/TKO tournament. Hope to see you there.
Freaking love that video, dude. That video is so good. Ugh. That video is literally legendary. So yeah, just some thoughts on the video. First of all, holy crap, is he good at pacing? He's the best pacer in the history of pacing, in my opinion. No one in the world is better at pacing than he is. I'm serious, dude. He's literally freaking the best pacer in the world. As I said earlier, I've considered maybe trying, because I guarantee there's not a whole lot of like Mario Kart speedrunners that have the sort of determination that I've had to gather. So I think if I were to sit down and really try to do that ultra shortcut in Rainbow Road, I could eventually do it, maybe, if given like a year, but I don't know if I ever want to do that, but I have considered it in the past. But I'm kind of done for now because I'm playing like literal garbage. I don't really want to play anymore. I don't really want to play anymore, so I'm just gonna stop here. I don't really want to play anymore. I'm good. I tried my hardest. It just wasn't coming together for me. You know. Okay. Wait, let me see something. No, okay. Let's see. Who can we raid? This guy.
Fuck, I died at 83.
Yeah, let's raid this guy. Sounds funny. Alright, thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for just relaxing with me and stuff. Sorry I didn't do as well as I could have. Anyway, I'll see you guys.
I'll most likely change everything. Oh yeah, by the way, you have